Good morning, folks. Hi, this is Amy. I just wanted to welcome you to courses this semester and introduce myself and get you started in Blackboard here. Again, my name is Amy Posniak. I'll be your instructor this semester for your classes. I'm housed out of the Superior campus, and this is the start to my 12th year here. Very excited for the semester to get going and look forward to working with each and every one of you. Today I'm going to demo in my Adobe Photoshop class, but this is intended for all of my classes this semester. When you come into your courses, you're going to see that there's an announcements area, and I do my best to update with an announcement weekly. Sometimes I'll do that via written text, or I'll do it a video just like I'm doing here today. Now, if this is your first time here to WITC, I would really strongly encourage you to take the time to look at your email, how to utilize that, and Blackboard to really familiarize yourself with that. If you go to our homepage, you will see that if you type in here and you find current students, which has moved up here, there will be a ton of information for you. Again, some links specific to campuses, some links specific to online students, and again, where you can get some help and services that you need. So if again you are new, you can come into here and get some information on how Blackboard works and answer any questions that you may have. Now again, my courses will start with the announcements area, but I just want to tell you a little bit about how this works. Up on the top here we have tabs, and again, for those of you that are returning, we have gone into a new version of Blackboard. A couple new services available, but it's very similar to what we've used in the past. As with any software, it can be quirky at times. Sometimes it works really well in Internet Explorer like today. Sometimes I'll use Firefox, and sometimes I'll use Chrome. Last semester I used Firefox all the time. This semester they're telling us that Blackboard doesn't like Firefox as much as it likes Internet Explorer and Chrome. Up here on the top will be tabs where you can get assistance if you're struggling at all, and the one that I really want to show you is the student resources. Again, this will bring you to any of the places that you may need, the bookstore, online learning. This is going to walk you through some tutorials and whatnot, and then specifically this Getting Started tab. They have done a very nice job of creating some videos on how to do things in Blackboard. So again, if you're not sure how to submit an assignment, you're going to click here, watch this video, and it will walk you through that. Okay. I always navigate to my institution. Doesn't mean you can't do courses, but it shows me the current announcements, and then it'll show me the list of classes. So you will see an announcement down here. This is the one that I emailed to you earlier with your book information and whatnot. Okay. From here we have course information, that button, and it's going to give you some of that information that you'll need throughout the semester, but once you look here you probably won't need it all the time. So software, syllabus, and book, you click on that, you drill into it, and there'll be attachments here for you to download with that information if you need it. There's also a link to the bookstore. Okay, there's a link to the Microsoft Office Pro Plus. Every student at WITC, whether you have a Mac or a PC, is eligible for the free Office software through Microsoft and the college, and they'll walk you through that. You'll also receive an email from either Jim Dahlberg or Tim Mackey on how to do some of these items. For those of you in Photoshop, you will need to get the Photoshop software. Does not come free with your book, and I give you some information on my book list on how to do that. So make sure you take a look at that and let me know if you have any questions. Next, what you'll do is kind of now live in course assignments. This is where everything will happen, and once you get through, taking a look and learning how to navigate Blackboard, will pretty much stay here in course assignments, and then obviously you'll be checking in the My Grades area. Okay, so this general help water cooler area, if you are having any issues, you can post a post there. Anybody can answer it classmates, myself. I do try to respond within 24 to 48 hours, and I do try to correct all of my assignments within 1 week and get you that feedback. Now, you'll see on each of these folders due dates, and that's important because once this due date hits at 11:30 p.m., this folder will close, and you need to make sure that you're getting those assignments in on time. Typically, I don't take late assignments. I get that life happens, so if it's a documented excuse, I'll definitely work with you. But if you're having issues, please try to speak to me immediately. On the life note, my oldest daughter just broke her hand. We thought it was sprained. All of a sudden, that turned into a surgery. So things do happen in life, and I get that. So just bear with me. In this class, you'll see that there's titles here, and they all say AP after that. I will get rid of that, but we were having some issues, and so I just needed that in there in case I had some problems. Now, all of you will have this class preview and introduction folder. And if you come here, you'll see that there's a discussion board, there is a little review, and there's an optional assignment here. So what I would like you to do in the course participation area, this will be your first discussion board. You're going to introduce yourself, tell us your name, your program, and 3 interesting tidbits. And you just click on these links when you get that finger, and you come in here to create a thread. Now, I've created a thread already, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay. And my pictures aren't loading for some reason, so I'll have to check into that. But I just tell you a little bit about myself, and what happens here is that you can attach or edit some photos here. So what I'm going to do is kind of edit this, and you'll see here that the pictures are here. Okay, so recently this summer, my daughters and I, we go on an annual road trip. And so we went to Niagara Falls and to Chicago and the Dells, and the biggest hit was this Abbey Lee Dance Center stop that my girls wanted to make. If you have seen Dance Moms, you'll know why. And then we stopped in Springfield to see Lincoln's house, and so it was a great trip. Some of my weaknesses include my love of Diet Coke. I'm always trying to quit because I know it's not good for me, and I love to make a stop at IKEA. Just like many of you, I know what it's like to go to school full-time, work full-time, and have a ton of family responsibilities. So again, I am human. I get that, but we want to make sure that you're staying on track with your assignments because that will only help you in the future. So that's the discussion board area. Next, you'll get into this review, and this is just to simulate and get you used to working with Blackboard. You'll click begin here on this, and it shows that it's a test, but it's not. And so I just have 10 silly questions for you of where you find information to make sure that you've looked at the information. One thing that I do want to make sure, at WITC we have an elevated scale. So back in my day, 100% was an A, and 90% was an A, 80% was a B, and so forth. However, if you get 70%, which would have been a C in my day, it is now a D minus at WITC. So make sure that you review that elevated scale on my syllabus. That's college-wide, not a decision I made, but that's what everybody will be using. Okay, so once you do that, you don't have to hit save your answers, but you will come down here and save and submit. Okay. Now I'm navigating up here on the top or down the side here. You can do it either way. I like to use both methods. Now, Smarter Measure. This is an area where you can get some extra credit, and this is mainly for you. But what Smarter Measure does is it just is kind of a web-based test. You have to log into this link, and what that does is it just kind of goes and asks questions about how prepared you are for school. Do you have the time that it takes? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the skills that it takes? How fast do you type? For instance, it's always amazing to me because I type fast. That a page and a half paper can take some of my students 6 hours because they're slower typers. My husband doesn't type, so I know what that's like, but you want to just make sure that you're aware of those things, and that's what Smarter Measure does. If you'd like 10 extra credit points, you can save your results and upload those into Blackboard, and then I'm happy to give you those points. Now, for this course, in course assignments here, you'll see all the due dates again. I try to go with a chapter a week. All items again are due on the due date at 11:30 p.m. Those assignments will be gone, so make sure you're following that. I can't wait to get started this semester. Again, you'll be able to check your grades and things there. If you have any questions, the best thing to do is to email me or set up a time and we can Skype through your email. That way we can do a screen share and we can troubleshoot any problems. Have a wonderful day. Take care.